So here we are with another Disgaea game. This is Disgaea 6, Defiance of Destiny. And one thing you're going to notice right away is the switch to 3D models for the characters instead of the traditional 2D sprites. This causes some issues with the Switch version. There's performance issues, there's like frame rate drops, and a couple other hiccups you'll notice when playing. I immediately had to go in and change the settings to the graphical settings to performance mode, which does help with the issue, but it does also make the models and everything look a little fuzzy during certain parts of the game. But other than that, it wasn't that big of a deal, but I definitely did notice some performance issues on the Switch. This game, it seems like a reboot. It seems like a reimagining or the next step for the Disgaea series. And what I mean by that is, it just seems like this is something you would see on a next-gen console, or maybe on a more powerful version of the Switch. Maybe that rumored next model of the Switch that's supposed to be coming out or being announced soon. And you could also see this maybe as a complete edition on the PS5 eventually. But with those, issues aside, this is a Disgaea game. It gives you all those things that we know and love about the series. I've spent quite a few hours with it, with this demo, and I can definitely say that this is a Disgaea game. It's got all the grinding, it's got the crazy, story, the sense of humor, and even the original, like the 2D hand-drawn cutscenes, or like the anime style cutscenes are still here. Dialogue is, it's like this cheesy, anime absurd humor, like it's always been. Here it's a little bit better than some of the older dubbed and everything like that, but I still switch it to Japanese language because it just sounds better, plays better for me personally, but that's a preference. One thing you'll notice is a lot of stuff is returned. It seems like they made things a lot easier to get into, and maybe for newer players that never played a Disgaea game to just kind of jump in and start doing these things with the systems, with the game systems. Most of them return, all the shops. The cheat shop is back. You have, the Dark Assembly, where you're doing all your character creation and, passing these bills to unlock new things. When it comes to sequels like 4 and 5, and the complete versions of those games are kind of hard to beat. I wouldn't say that this is better than those. I wouldn't say that it was worse. But this is definitely different. It feels like a different attempt at a Disgaea game. Like, a reimagining, a next-gen, a reboot kind of vibe when I was playing this. And it's not a bad thing. It was still good, and it felt like a good Disgaea game. It feels different. But, at the end of the day, it's a really solid entry in the Disgaea series, and I'm sure the full version is going to be great. Just from what I played from this, I can see it's going to be that same, grindy, stat, min-maxing type gameplay that people like me love and, been playing ever since, like, PS2 and way back when Disgaea first came out. The one thing you'll immediately notice is that it's extremely easy to level up now, and you level up a lot faster. Everything's a lot more streamlined. Like here you can see the cheat shop in action, which is, this has been there in some of the older games, but you just level up faster. The levels are higher. They changed the number scheme from 9,999 to whatever it is. It's like 99,999. Although I didn't see that in the demo, so I'm assuming that that's something maybe you have to pass later in the game or in the full version. But you have a Disgaea game here. This is everything you would expect. It's more Disgaea. Not anything really new that I saw so far that like blew me away, where I was like, wow, this is really innovative. I can't really say that, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, because I always wait for these games to come out, and I'm happy with it. Like, this looks cool. The skill and ability animations look really good. It's got like this cool like 3D, 2D anime look to it. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed my time with the demo, and you could do a lot actually in the demo. There's like a ton of like those quests where you can unlock character classes. they added a new feature, which is the juice bar. So basically, like overflows and XP. So max characters can take all that XP and put it in the juice bar, and then at the juice bar you can send a character that's maybe new or has been reincarnated, and you could just add level and experience in mana and all that onto that character. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty useful, and there's a lot of like streamlined stuff like that here. They kind of let you use your time to train and to grind these characters the way you want to. You know, and there's a lot of freedom there. I can't wait to see some of the crazy, like, you know, guides and one fight level ups and max level in 2 fights and all those weird things that people are going to do once the full version comes out. Which it's releasing tomorrow or tonight at midnight, June 29th. I'm going to try to pick up a digital copy of this tonight, hopefully, around midnight. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. It's just more Disgaea. The 3D models kind of don't really hit the mark as far as I'm concerned, and there is performance issues on the Switch, which is kind of strange for a game like this to, you know, have 2D sprites and have more than enough power on the Switch to run games like that, and then switch over to these 3D models where you can't even really run it in full graphical mode without hiccups. I don't get that. But other than that, the gameplay's solid, it's great, and you can turn it to performance mode, which seemed to fix all the issues for me. So when it comes to characters and story, pretty much the same kind of thing we've got in other games in this series. The characters are pretty funny. It's kind of cheesy, but you know, it's satisfying, I guess, as far as Disgaea games go. We're used to it, so we're getting the same thing there. Nothing really innovative there either. You play as Zed, who's this zombie boy character, and he runs around with his zombie pug, Cerberus, and the two of them basically keep fighting the god of destruction over and over and over again, and keep getting defeated, and every time he gets defeated, he dies, and he comes back a little bit stronger, and it uses the, you know, the reincarnation mechanic, which is also in-game. It's not just a story thing, it's, you know, part of Disgaea, like where you can reincarnate a character and get bonuses and stuff like that, and rebuild their stats from level 1 again. That is here. It does play a larger part in the game. So far, we picked up like this king character here. He's pretty cool. I liked him. The animations are really fun when you have him in battle. He's got like a giant hammer. Not too many characters in the demo, so we're gonna get to see like you get to see like Zed's sister and stuff like that. It looks like in the full version of the game. But yeah, I mean, it's what you've come to expect from Disgaea games. But I like it so far. He seems kind of like Laharl in a way. But it just seems like a reimagining of Laharl, going back to what I said earlier, where this game just seems like a reboot, and it's not a bad thing. It seems like a Disgaea reboot on next gen, and I'm hoping to see what they do with, you know, the PS5 version and stuff like that. Maybe get rid of those technical issues. But other than that, the demo was great. I really enjoyed it. So go out there and pick this up if you're into Disgaea games, and I'll catch you guys later in the next video. Thanks for watching.
お前のことなんて知るか。自分
ひどいのである。それでも勇者なのか？
勇者じゃねえ。俺はゾンビだ。